Back with our NFL Week 9 predictions with Noah once again. As we always do, we are going to recap our previous week and see how we did. Currently, I think the standings, let me make sure I got it right because I want to check the standings just real fast. I have 3 wins, Cole has 2, Noah has 2. So it's very close, anyone's game. I think the last week was kind of interesting. A lot of iffy games happened, some weird results, and then some kind of expected games, but let's see. Anyway, very first game we have, let me just make a little there we go. Okay, first game we had was the Ravens Buccaneers in I guess at this point, not even an upset, really, because they just suck. The Ravens take the 5-point win over the Buccaneers, and
which is just so
the Buccaneers are now 4 straight losses in a row.
Oh, yeah.
Very interesting team. We'll have to speak on that later. But anyway, Noah was unfortunately the only poor soul to pick the Bucs, and keeps taking L after L for Brady. Not sure how long that's going to last. We'll see. Probably not much longer. Then the London game happened. The Jaguars against the Broncos, with the Broncos head coach Nathaniel Hackett's job basically on the line if he lost that game. They do pull out the win. Granted, it was a pretty pathetic one, but they do beat the Jaguars. Cole, you were the only one to have faith in Russell. You get that point. Congratulations to you. All right. Dolphins.
Although it's probably a bad thing that the Broncos won.
Yeah, honestly, they do keep Hackett another week or two. So, yeah, I'm not sure how much longer that's going to last based upon his results. But very interesting. All right, then we move on to what should not have been an interesting game, but ended up being one. The Dolphins-Lions. All 3 of us ended up picking the Dolphins, who had to have like a 14-point comeback in this game, basically. But we do all 3 get a point there. Dolphins look good when they're playing well, and kind of sometimes have these moments in games where they're just like, what the fuck are you doing? So I don't know. But the Lions got that offense if they can actually continue playing like that. Too bad their defense is the worst in the league. All right, Panthers, Falcons. Should not have been a banger whatsoever. Ended up being a very interesting OT game. Very unfortunate for Noah, as Eddie Pinheiro missed 2 game-winning kicks to seal the deal. The Falcons take that dub, and Noah is taking some fat L's to start this week. Unlucky for you. And then we had the Cardinals-Vikings game, which was honestly not that interesting. I guess the Cardinals kind of did make it a bit interesting, but Kirk Cousins ran a touchdown, so who saw that one coming? Unfortunately, Cole was the only one to pick the Cardinals.
You know, if he hadn't ran into that touchdown and just throw it, you would have beat me, Ryan.
That's true.
I wasn't playing you. I don't know why.
No, I don't know. You would have beat.
I would have lost if Kirk Cousins had not ran that touchdown.
that is very true if you had just thrown it instead.
Shout out to Kirk Cousins.
Shout out to Kirk Cousins. Heard him in the results, but won his fantasy week for him, so congratulations. But yeah, the Vikings, they're legit. They are legit at this point. I don't think they still haven't played a really good team, but they have played a lot of mid teams, and they're beating them. Granted, not handily. They're not blowing out anyone, but they are scoring a lot, and their defense is doing enough to win. So they are a legit team this year. Bears, Cowboys, and what was a horrible, horrible showing from the Bears defense. 49-29 ended up being the result of that game. Justin Fields was good, but that was about it. Everyone picked the Cowboys, and no surprise, they did demolish. Raiders, Saints. This is the most disgusting game I've ever witnessed in my entire life. Truly disgusting show from the Raiders, who are the most disappointing team. Maybe they're not the worst team, unfortunately, because the Texans are so bad. But the Raiders are the most disappointing team by far. And me and Cole both, Noah and Cole both picked the Raiders there. I was the only one who took the Saints because I saw that the Raiders suck and the Saints suck too. But the Raiders have been really bad, and the Saints have been okay, I guess, especially recently. I don't know. I don't trust the Raiders at all this year, so I'm not really picking them ever. They look terrible. Imagine you get better and do worse. It makes no sense. I don't get it. has to be coaching at that point. That has to be a difference. All right, Steelers, Eagles, a blowout win for the Eagles. This game was never really close. Did anyone pick the Steelers?
Yeah.
Noah picked the dude. You are having a rough week, my guy. It is tough. Holy, this might be your worst week yet. You could not be more wrong so far. You have 2 dubs. 2.
Yeah.
All right, then we had the Patriots Jets. Noah finally gets a dub. The only one that picked the Patriots in what it was a very shocking game, actually. The Jets, Zach Wilson's worst game of his career by far. 3 interceptions. The Patriots defense is legit. If only they had an offense, they might actually do something. Titans, Texans, all 3 of us picked the Titans. They do win. Very close game, very ugly game. Derrick Henry's entire game, but they do take that dub. 1 touchdown victory over the Texans is nothing to be proud of, Titans fans. I'm just saying. You guys are going to have some struggles against some good teams. Giants, Seahawks. The Seahawks finally stopped the Giants' win streak as Cole and Noah are the only 2. Well, I guess. I'm the only one to pick the Giants.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The Seahawks do, in fact, take that W. By 2 touchdowns. Geno is having one hell of a season. He's making Russell Wilson on the Seahawks look kind of shit. I'm not going to lie. Not sure how he wasn't able to do this last year. But the Seahawks are a weird team. I don't know what to think of them. They have the offense. Their defense, I don't know. It's like up and down. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. Giants, when they have to rely on Daniel Jones, are not good. And that's a fact. So, yeah, interesting game. Commanders, Colts, very close game. Could have gone either way, but the Commanders do, in fact, take that dub. Noah's making a bit of a comeback in the late afternoon games. Colts lose by 1 point. Very unfortunate, as me and Cole both thought they would. Cole, you cannot pick the Commanders games properly. You are struggling with these. Cannot figure them out. 49ers, Rams. What should have been the game of the week ended up being kind of an ugly game for the Rams, as Noah, once again, the only one to pick the 49ers. He has now tied it
Did I
up.
pick the Niners?
You did not, Cole. You took the Rams.
Sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
Okay.
Well, this was pre-McCaffrey trade. You weren't aware of it yet. Oh wait, no. That was
last
that was
week.
yeah, true. That was 2 weeks ago. But you still picked the Rams. I don't know.
I'd find that highly.
Go back on the video. Watch it yourself if you want. I have you on the Rams though. I think you were iffy about it though. I do remember that. But yeah, the very big win for the Niners. The Niners look scary good with McCaffrey, but the Rams don't look great at all, so we'll see how that goes. Packers, Bills, what should not have been a close game, kind of ended up being one at the end. The Bills, I want to say close relatively, like it was a 10-point win, but the Bills had a much bigger lead than it ended up being. Only person that picked the Packers was Cole, because he's ride or die. Cole's now gone from tied for first to last in the rankings, but we'll see how long that continues. And finally, the Bengals, Browns, in what was ended up being the upset of the week. The Bengals get demolished by the Browns. Nobody gets a point for that. And the Browns destroyed the Bengals that game in what was probably Jacoby Brissett's best game yet, to be honest. But ends up being me and Noah both getting a point this week.
Fuck you, Cole.
And Cole will have to stay at 2. There we go. Noah, you ended up tying me for first. Cole just won back that Packers game. If you had just taken the Bills, brother, you'd be getting a point this week.
Yep.
I am not convinced I took the Rams until I hear myself say I'm taking the Rams.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go watch the video. I don't
I
care.
am.
All right.
Yeah. Buckaroo.
I'm pretty sure you went back and forth, but you ended up taking the Rams anyway.
Hold on.
What? Are we waiting for you to check to make sure we... Are we? Yeah, he's confirming this. Okay, I'll keep this on standby until he confirms it and hears himself be retarded for a minute. All right, so then we go to NFL Week 9 predictions. This will be a really quick one due to the fact that there are 6 teams on a bye this week and basically no afternoon games. There's 2 4 o'clock games if you're on the East Coast this week. So not a lot of games happening this week in terms of like actual gameplay. There's 6 teams on a bye. A lot of them are going to be. Some of them are good teams. Majority of them are actually. There are some good. I believe. Yeah. Okay. So all the highest. Wait, are the Eagles on a bye? Let me check. The Eagles are not on a bye. Okay. So all the teams that are still at the top of the league. Wait, are they on a bye? No, because Miles Sanders. Okay. I don't know where they're playing. Where am I missing them? Eagles. Where the heck? I'm blind. Why can't I see where they are? Oh, they're the first game. I was skipping past them. Okay. All right. Anyway. What, Cole? Oh, I thought Cole said something.
No, he's still in his booth.
Oh,
review.
he's still getting triggered. Okay, got it. Interesting. So, week 9. Are we waiting for Cole here? We can wait for Cole. It's fine.
Yeah, I
gonna
want
have
to
to-
laugh at him.
He's gonna have to realize how wrong he was in a second, I guess.
Through the fucking challenge flag.
I did not say the Rams. Oh wait, I might have said the Rams.
My bad.
I don't know why he's so surprised.
He can't accept losing.
Well, I think he's just thinking. I think he's thinking about this from looking at it this week instead of thinking about where he would look at him vote for this week rather than where he probably thought they were last week.
Yeah.
I don't know. This could be a minute though. He's trying to probably even find it.
Yeah, he is struggling.
Oh man, I remember him going back and forth. Like I remember he was very lenient on it.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, it happens. Like I've been wrong too. I mean, he's been wrong about the Commanders every year. This week, he keeps going back and forth. I cannot pick whether they're going to win or lose.
Oh my god, Cole's gonna get nuked this week. Holy shit.
Why is that?
Hey
Cole, how'd it go?
McCaffrey and Chubb gone.
I picked the Rams, but so did Ryan.
Whoa.
But yeah, wait, no, what?
I'm looking at it.
Yo!
Hold on.
Yo!
I did pick the Rams. That's what I said.
Nuts.
No, I added up as if I picked the Rams. I told you.
Oh. Cole still
Big different
nuts.
act.
Get
Cool.
back.
I don't know why you thought I had to predict. I told you. You're the dumbass, not me.
The Cole booth review.
Cold booth review. All right. Anyway, on to week 9 predictions. Slammy, by the way, in our Twitch chat has a question. Not sure. You can feel free to ask it, but we're gonna go on with the predictions for week 9, starting with the Eagles. Huh? They haven't.
What's the question?
They haven't asked it yet. They just said, I have a question. Oh, they want to know, should I keep Leonard Fournette or trade him?
Trade him for what?
Well, yeah, that does depend, Slammy. Are you gonna try? Do you need a running back or do you need a receiver, or it depends on what you're getting. Because if you're just trade him because you don't want him anymore.
I mean, if the right offer's there, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily be. I wouldn't be fond of keeping him right now. I don't think he's in a great situation anymore. I mostly need a receiver.
He's a solid goal line option for the Bucks, though.
Yeah, it's just the Bucks are just not really using him well though. They're not using anyone well, to be fair. I would wait till he has a big weight. Who are the Buccaneers playing this week? The Rams. The Rams give up a lot of points. I'd sell them high after this week. I think the Fournette might get a couple goal line carry touchdowns this week, maybe 1 or 2. If he does, I would try to trade him high for maybe a mid-tier receiver. Especially if you need a receiver, do that, because I feel like since the Rams are struggling so much on defense this year that they're going to give up 1 or 2 carries. So try to wait 1 week. Don't play him if you don't have to, but if there are a lot of buys this week, so you might have to. My wide receiver, your receivers currently are Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, Jacoby Myers, and Chris Godwin. You need a receiver? Or are those the ones you're targeting, or are those the ones you have? Because if you need a receiver, that's good receivers. Although
Wouldn't say you need a receiver.
I don't think you need a receiver or you would trade for another running back.
If you need a receiver,
Unless you want to
Rondale?
take one of those receivers.
Oh, those are the ones you
and
have.
include Fournette to get a wide receiver.
That's not bad. You might want to do that. I would maybe trade maybe Keenan and Fournette for a WR1, somebody who's like desperate and needs a running back really badly, or a good receiver really badly. Try to trade one of them for a WR1. Some team.
Or RB1.
Or, yeah, if you really need a running back, you were thinking DeAndre Swift. Careful with DeAndre. He's very injury prone this year, and the Lions have not been utilizing him amazing. When they are using him, he's really good. But I would go for someone like Ormondre's not bad. Damian Pierce, if you can get him, is not bad. Austin Eckler, if you can get him. Find someone who looks like they're pretty desperate. That's what I would say. And, good luck with that. You have Damian Pierce. Oh. You have Pierce and Nick Chubb.
Oh my! What a
Your lineup is stacked, man.
What's your record?
Yeah, are you losing or winning? Because if you have this type of lineup, you should not be losing much. Other than that, I mean, I would say you're probably 4-4.
Ooh.
You're a quarterback. Who's your QB then? There has to be some weak link here because everything else is pretty fire. Mark Andrews and Leonard Fournette. You have Lamar Jackson.
Oh,
How?
how?
Lamar
Bro.
Jackson, Mark Andrews.
What do you have, like a 6-team league or something? Like how many people you got in this league, bro? You're stacked.
Yeah, that team is loaded.
In our league, you'd be undefeated. 10-man league? Yo, you got some morons in that league. That's all I can say.
I should be undefeated.
I would say, yeah, you should know. I would say your best bet, if you have Lamar, Mark Andrews, Leonard Fournette, you really all I see on your team your weakest part is that you have 2 Buccaneers receivers, and the Bucs are struggling massively.
Well, Tom Brady does
You
second.
could go for a Keenan Fournette trade and get a really good receiver. You've traded away Derrick Henry, Michael Thomas, and Curtis Samuel for Nick Chubb, Leonard Fournette, and Adam Thielen.
You really wanted Adam Thielen that much?
Adam Thielen is good when Justin Jefferson isn't, which is not much.
Also, Brady's actually like first or second in passing yards, so I don't
That's
think I would.
yards. The only time he matters though is if he's getting 300 yards.
Yeah, but if it's good for the wide receivers.
You accepted it for Fournette and Chubb mostly. Well, yeah, that's the 2 best. Although getting rid of first of all, I don't know. I can't believe someone took Michael
I think
Thomas.
you've
That's
gotten some
impressive.
bad luck this year if you're 4-4 with that lineup.
Yeah, that's
But
pretty
you wait
rough.
out a week to see if anything changes with Fournette.
Honestly, yeah, I know it sucks unless you're projected to lose by like 30 or something, which would be really impressive with your lineup. I'd wait it out because right now your team is pretty stacked. Once the Buccaneers figure out whatever the fuck is wrong with their offense, your team is stacked. Like you have nothing really to worry about. Especially if you're in danger of making the playoffs, though, then I would trade one of the Buccaneers receivers, probably Godwin.
Try and
And-
get some crazy trade that for some crazy good running back or receiver that normally most people would just not even look at. Just float
True.
them out there to see if anyone wants to just take it for whatever reason.
If you have
I don't think you're desperate for a trade right now.
No, I think your biggest problem is that Mike Evans is just dropping touchdowns right now. If he wasn't dropping touchdowns, you would be winning every game. And Godwin's not getting targeted in the red zone. So if you want to, if you're desperate, if you feel like you're desperate, trade either Evans or Godwin with combination with Fournette and do a massive trade for a really good receiver and letting okay running back. Get someone that could be worth that. That's my advice. Or just wait it out and see, because your lineup is stacked enough that I think you're gonna have a good end of the year. Just the Buccaneers are struggling, and you have a lot of Buccaneers players, so you have Pearson Chubb. You're fine running back wise. Once Keenan's coming back this week, so he should, if he remains healthy, your receiver core should be one of the best in your league. So good luck. I was thinking trading away Fournette and Evans for Devontae Adams. I don't know about that one.
See if you can get Devontae for Fournette and Godwin.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Bro,
Devontae for
bro.
Fournette and Godwin. Don't trade away Mike Evans for Devontae because the
Make that
Raiders
your first
suck.
offer if you're trying to get Devontae.
Yeah, don't throw out Mike Evans immediately because right now he's worth more than Devontae is just because of how bad the Raiders' offense is. Probably.
One bad game.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say Devontae's been putting up career numbers the rest of the year. Near as Mike Evans, to be fair. But yeah, I would hold off on trading being your first one to be okay. Yeah, I mean, good luck with that trade. That's you know, you got a stacked team. You're just been really unlucky with the Bucs offense. All right, we're gonna move on to our predictions for Week 9, the Thursday night game. Eagles, Texans, the best team in the league, potentially, depending on who you ask, versus probably the worst team in the league. Yeah, I'm going to just mark down all three for Eagles and move on. Anyone predicting the biggest upset of the year?
Nah.
I don't think so. All right.
Nah.
No, not really tickling you? That's unlucky. All right, we move on. 4-3 Chargers, who just coming off their bye week at the Atlanta Falcons, the first place NFC South team, who are 4-4.
Hell yeah.
NFC South. Wow. The first place team is 500. That is, wow. Looking like the NFC East of last season. This kind of could go either way. I want to hear what you guys think, though. Noah.
Falcons.
This is in Atlanta. I don't really know if that's going to make a difference.
I mean,
Kinda.
have you ever been to Atlanta?
I mean, no, personally. I think one time I did, but never to Atlanta game.
Okay. Let's see.
Slammy says the Chargers win.
That's probably the right choice on paper.
Yeah.
Theoretically, but the Falcons have been better recently than they should be. A lot
Actually-
better than they should be.
Mike Williams is out.
He is out, but Keenan's back.
Everyone is
Ba-boom, Falcons win.
Ooh! Noah's putting down the Falcons. Cole, who you going with?
Well, Keenan did
Is
get
back.
2 weeks ago, but
And only
he
played a half.
He barely played. Then he had a bye week to fully recover, fully get back into the
Yep.
offense. So I think they'll be fine receiver wise, considering he's their best receiver. I'm taking Justin Herbert. Over
Damn, Cole's
This is
keeping
area.
up with the Herb train, the Justin train. All right. I don't know why I kind of want to pick the Falcons here. They keep winning games they shouldn't win. Like at all. And the Chargers are like they should be 4-2, let's be honest. They should be. They were or not 4-2.
How
They
would
should
they
be 5-2. I don't trust the
They're
Chargers
poorly
defense. Justin's not playing amazing this year.
They refuse to let Justin Herbert do anything.
True, and their defense has been less than great. I'm gonna mark it as I'm gonna go with the Chargers here and just kind of think that the Falcons kind of fall back down to earth a bit because I think they've been overplaying where they should be. But this will be it. That's a good game though. Those are two teams that are in complete. One team is struggling, that should be better, and the other team is overperforming, that should be worse. So. Interesting game, that one. All right, Dolphins at the Bears. The 5-3 Dolphins just came off a close game against Detroit. They're headed to Chicago. It's going to be a cold game. It will be it's in Chicago. It's going to be a pretty cold game. I heard it's going to be like 40 degrees at kickoff, which is not freezing, but it's going to be much colder.
It's not that bad.
No, it's not too bad. The Bears are 3-5. Justin Fields, they just got absolutely walloped in Jerry World, but Justin Fields looked a lot better, and they have a new addition, Chase Claypool, to their team. Going to be trying to get that number one receiver spot. Cole.
I don't think Chase Claypool is going to make a big enough difference.
Don't think it's going to matter, do we?
Here.
That Bears defense got destroyed by the Cowboys. That was supposed to be
Yeah.
theirs. And they just traded away, arguably, their two best defensive players.
Yeah, I'm
arguably.
not exactly sure what the Bears' plan is for Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, I don't know either. All they really have is Eddie Jackson to stop them, so...
I'm going to take the Dolphins here.
All right, Noah.
Go Bears!
Go Bears! Are you serious?
I'm fucking serious with you.
Wow. You suck at the early games though. You're terrible at predicting early. All right, fair enough. The Dolphins just got better at the trade deadline. They added Bradley Chubb, huge addition, great sack artist, and great. I mean, he's great at rushing the quarterback. And then they also got that other guy, the running back.
Dolphins got Bradley Chubb?
Yes, they did get Bradley Chubb. And they got the running back who Jeff Wilson from the Niners. There it is. Two decent. I mean, Bradley Chubb's way better player, obviously, but Jeff Wilson's a good, decent backup running back. I don't see a world where the Dolphins win this. I think the Dolphins need to be
a world where the Dolphins win this.
or sorry, lose this. Thank you for correcting me.
That is. You got
Thank you.
Bears
Okay, to be fair,
a lot of faith.
to be fair, the Dolphins could easily throw this game. They almost lost to Detroit. They almost lost to Detroit. That was a bad game for them. The Bears. This is a teaser game. They did get better. They got a lot better. But this is a this one. What do they call it? A free win that you often underthink your opponent. I can't remember. There's a term for it.
Trap game.
Trap game. Thank you. This is a trap game for the Dolphins. They need to be very careful about it. But anyway, all right. Cole and I picked the Dolphins. Noah, the one a massive upset there. All right, interesting. All right, we move on. 2-6 Panthers, who are just weird, and then the 4-4 Bengals, who are maybe even weirder. This is in Cincinnati. The Bengals just got walloped in Cleveland. An embarrassing game for them. They made Jacoby Brissett look like a Pro Bowler, which is honestly impressive. They are still without Jamar Chase, and it is clearly hurting their offense. Noah, you taking this upset?
I am the one who picks upsets.
You do, quite often.
And I think Joe Burrow, without his butt buddy, he's going to kind of suck.
But, buddy. Yeah,
So,
okay.
yeah, fuck the Bengals.
Wow! Oh. The Panthers have beat two teams they absolutely shouldn't have beat this year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like they can't do it. Cole, you following your friend.
I can't say I'm on that train.
No. Panthers are a little worse than the Bears. Or than the Browns. Just a teeny bit.
Yeah,
They lose games they shouldn't
even without
lose.
Jamar Chase, I don't see anything about the Panthers really stopping Burrow with T. Higgins and the other guy that they have. His name.
Tyler Boyd.
There you go.
Tyler Boyd.
So I'm gonna take the Bengals.
Damn, Cole's all kind of. I will say this though: the Panthers should be 3-5 if their kicker didn't suck.
Mhm.
FYI, so it's not actually just necessarily. The records are very. They can be misleading. The Bengals are 4-4. That offense has to make a return. That O line, Joe Burrow got sacked I think 9 times that game or something. Like I saw it was 8 or 9 times. Ridiculous amount. That O-line has to perform. It's not like the Panthers have a great defense. They don't. They suck. But the Bengals do have to be very careful of letting Joe Burrow get sacked because when he has no time, he looks not great. I'm going to go Bengals just because the offense I do think is good enough. But the Panthers, that's a rough matchup for the Bengals. Too rough matchup.
Great reaction.
What?
A great quarterback without pressure. Kind of sounds like a system quarterback.
Well, I don't think he's a system quarterback. I just think he's benefited from great receiving cores who get open often.
Baker
So it's not
Mayfield.
that. Yeah, fair enough. Hey, he's playing Baker's team. Anyway, what should not be an interesting game, but might actually be one. The 3-5 Packers at the 1-6 Detroit Lions. The Lions gave away T.J. Hawkinson to the Vikings. That was probably their third best player on their offense. I don't. I'm gonna have some faith in the Packers here.
I could be.
I'm gonna have some faith in the Packers here. I already know Cole picked the Packers, so we'll just write that down. I'm just gonna say the Packers win the game. They absolutely have to win. If they don't win this game, Rodgers should retire. Period. End of statement. Just on the spot in the press conference, I'm done. You all suck. I'm out. That's the last thing we ever hear from him. That should be it. Because this team, the Lions, and they made it close against the Dolphins. Don't get me wrong. But the Lions only have an offense. If the Packers can't score on the worst defense in the NFL, literally, they gave up 29 points a game. If you can't score at least 3 touchdowns on this team, your offense is horrible. And it is horrible, but the Packers should easily get 3 touchdowns this game. Cole, I'm marking you down. I already know. Noah, are you joining me? Are you joining us? Or are you going for the big upset? Although, not as big anymore. But
I'm such an asshole.
are you really going to do it?
J-Rod's retiring.
What'd you say?
Yes, he's retiring.
Oh my God.
1-7, I do not see it.
I don't see the Lions having a defense.
The Lions go 1-7 every year.
That's, the Lions and the Browns tend to be 1-7 every year. The Lions are the most 1-15. I mean, they were the team that set 0-16. They were the first ones to do it.
That's true.
I think the Lions went like 3-12 last year or something like that. I don't
How would
remember.
a team go 3-12?
Or 3-14 because there were 17
That's
weeks last year.
hard, Ryan, I get it.
Well, I was just trying to remember what the previous. Before 17
times
weeks.
3 is really hard.
Well, when they added a week, it's been confusing lately because I've always been used to
Yes,
having 16.
Adding 1 is very difficult.
Shut the fuck up. All right.
Well, it was for you, apparently. When you
Damn.
had to go to the booth review.
Booth review. Oh shit! I did pick the Rams. Look at that.
But I picked the name.
Feels like a dumbass. All right, possibly the least interesting game of the week. The 2-5 Raiders facing off against the 2-6 Jaguars. I don't know a single person who really wants to watch this game. I'm picking the Jags because I hate the Raiders now. What are you guys going?
He's very upset that the Raiders kicker never got into field goal range.
Not 1 point. They never even attempted a point. I do actually hate the Raiders though. What'd you say, Noah? You say Raiders?
Raiders.
Why? What faith do you have in this team? They just got shut out
they're
by the
not-
Saints.
they're
The
not-
Saints!
They're not gonna do that again.
I have Josh Jacobs on my fantasy team. That's all.
Okay. Josh Jacobs had 40 yards against the Saints.
They're not gonna do
And I won.
that again.
Okay.
I
Cole,
based my success off
Who you
them.
picking?
The Raiders.
You are
Yeah.
all wrong. And I don't care if it... I will literally pick against the Raiders every single week this season. They cost me a win in fantasy.
I want you to promise that.
Well, I can't promise that because maybe they actually start winning.
Coward.
Well, I don't pick against the Steelers every week, and they cost me an
You also don't pick against the Patriots ever. All right. I have besides, even if I wasn't hating the Raiders right now, I still don't have any faith that they're actually going to win this game. I mean, what have they shown us? Who have they beat? I actually don't even remember who the hell they
Who are the
beat.
Jags?
Didn't they beat the Broncos?
Wow, that's a good team right there.
Yeah, ain't that right, Cole?
They could be if they got rid of their coach.
Look, the Jaguars have no talent either, but I don't know. It's a shitty game. They're both terrible. Like,
Teams
one can't score, the other can't defend. It's going to be Field Goal City. I hope it's Field Goal City. That'd be great for me. All right, Colts at the Patriots. A big game for Noah's team here. Big proving ground game. You just had a huge win against the Jets. No one expected it. Came back. The Colts just had a huge loss. Or not a huge loss, but a loss at home. This is in New England. This is in Foxborough. I'm taking you're going to go with your team, right? Yeah,
Every week.
that's so. Cole, you following Noah?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Patriots.
Sam Ellinger is still quarterback, by the
I
way.
don't really care.
Okay. The Patriots need to not throw picks this week. 10 picks. They lead the NFL in picks right now. They need to not throw picks this week because the Colts defense is good. I'm going to pick the Patriots as well, but they really need to chill on those picks. They really got to worry about that. All right. What? Might be an interesting game. I'm not sure. The Buffalo Bills standing at 6-1 AFC East division leaders, going against the New York Jets, who just came off a rough loss to the Patriots, 5-3. Bills defense is very good. The Jets defense is okay. Zach Wilson looked terrible against the Patriots, but that might have just been a Belichick dream scheme. I'm not sure. He's not going to be able to throw the ball much this game. They're going to have to rely on their run game. They can't throw the ball much anyway. When to perimeter, I don't know. Cole, what do you think? You picking your boy?
I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills.
All right, Noah. You love upsets.
God, it really seems like I'm trolling this week.
You're really gonna do it.
I love fucking Milk Master. I love him.
My God, he's picking the Jets.
Damn right.
I am not picking.
The Eagles are gonna start 8-0, and the Bills are gonna go 6-2.
Fuck the Bills.
Oh my God! Look, the Bills probably could have beat the Packers by more, but they also probably didn't have to throw 2 red zone picks like they did last week, so that was not great. I think Josh Allen has a tendency when he's ahead to go a little lenient and try to do too much, and it can come back to bite them sometimes. They could have, if the Packers' offense was good, they could have lost that game. The Bills, at least. All right, 6-1 Vikings, the least expected 6-1 in history. Going against the Washington Commanders. This is in Washington. Not that that matters. They have no fan base. 4-4. Commanders are on a 3-game win streak, which just is great. It's fantastic. I love it. It's been amazing. Possible that their owner is selling the team, but we'll have to wait and see. That's for another video. Is anyone picking Washington? Damn. All right, then.
Wait, what? Wait, what? I didn't say anything.
Uh-huh. I just heard a lot of laughter because no one's picking them.
Okay, I can't. Well, actually...
Chase
what time are they
Young
playing?
is not coming back this week. That's
Oh.
unfortunate.
What time are they playing?
This is a 1 o'clock game.
Okay, Vikings.
Wait, what was the one? Hold on. Vikings game. I'm going to check something. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Commanders are in
Football.
a 3-game win. Football.
Football.
Football is a sport.
Yeah, and all Bills fans who weren't there for EJ Manuel are not real fans. If you never went inside of Ralph Wilson Stadium when it was half empty against the Jake Locker Titans, you're not a real fan.
Jake Walker Titans.
That was oddly specific because I was at
Little
that game.
specific, yeah.
I'm a real fan.
The one loss the Vikings have this year was at an 8:30 game. I was just checking. Or 8 o'clock game. My apologies.
Can't handle it.
And they got ran over by the actually good team.
Yeah, the Eagles kind of shit stomped them. They are on a 5-game win streak right now, and they just got a new tight end who's
Big cock
arguably
hawk.
better. Big cock. Cole, I know you want to pick the commies here, but you've
I
been wrong.
really do.
You've been
God, I
wrong
really wanna pick the
every
Commanders.
time you pick them, or not.
God,
pick
I
them.
want to pick them.
Go Heineke.
Go Heineke.
I don't think. I think it's got to be close.
It's gonna be closer. Washington actually has a defense, although they did just trade away the corner. Not like he was doing anything, but.
Fuck it. Give me the commies.
Damn, he's going for it. Which now automatically means that Washington has lost. GG, unlucky. I picked the Vikings.
Sorry, guys.
Take him over the team. Thank
All right, moving on to the 4 o'clock games. There's only 2 of them this week. Going to be a very boring afternoon. The 5-3 Seahawks facing the 3-5 Cardinals. Both of these teams are extremely weird. I don't think if anyone looked at the preseason, anyone would have thought the Seahawks would be 5-3. And then the Cardinals would be 3-5, like compared to last year when they were 7-3 or something at one point. Geno Smith is a good quarterback.
Damn.
We can't sit back and pretend like it's not true anymore. It's just he's playing well. He's doing everything he has to do. He has good targets. He's hitting his targets, and he's playing above average. He's a good quarterback. I think he's close to top 10 Might be there, not sure yet. But he's certainly putting up the stats to back it up. I don't know if they played anyone of true relevance. They did beat the Giants. That was a good win.
They got destroyed by the Niners.
They did get destroyed by the Niners. That was
They lost to the Saints.
Yeah, that was an embarrassing loss. I'll give them that. But so did the Raiders. Not that really anyone should be praising that. Then again, this game is in Arizona, so they're not going to have the 12th man advantage. The Cardinals suck.
They beat the Cardinals week 6.
They did. This is their second time playing them. But this is in Arizona this time.
I don't know if they're sweeping the Cardinals, but I don't know. I kind of think the Cardinals are going to win, but Gino. Let's go, Gino.
Let's go, Gino. No, are you all in?
Boy, yes I am.
Oh, and we're all picking the Seahawks. There it is.
Let's fucking go.
I have zero faith in the Cardinals actually scoring enough points to beat the Seahawks this year.
I love him.
All right. The 3-4 LA Rams playing against the greatest team on turf, the 3-5 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both teams are massively underperforming this season. I have no idea what the hell's wrong with the Buccaneers. I don't even think the Buccaneers know what's wrong with the Buccaneers. Their defense is just awful this season. They almost beat the Ravens, but they basically didn't
Did
because
they?
well, I mean, they kind of almost
They
did
were
because
losing by a lot and got a garbage time.
yes, they got a garbage time touchdown, made it look less bad than it actually was. True, but the Rams just got demolished by the Niners. That aim was bad, and they are not good this year. That's just a fact. Noah, who you got?
I'm going with the greatest joke in
Oh.
Florida.
The greatest joke in Florida. You really think they can come back? I mean, if there was a game to start coming back, it'd be on the Rams' defense because man, is that atrocious. But the Buccaneers' defense is just not good. Just not doing it.
Rams is just full of players I hate.
Ah,
So, I don't like
fair enough. Cole, you going with the man
you
from?
know how you feel about the Rams? So many players I hate on the Bucs. Let's go
Suck my
Rams.
nuts.
Damn, now I gotta pick between two struggling teams. This is in Tampa. I haven't seen that matter for Tampa yet, but it
Maybe
is
doesn't have
in
fan
Tampa.
base till Tom Brady showed up.
That's very true. Both of these teams desperately need a win. Buccaneers probably need it a little bit more, just because of expectations. I don't know though, because both teams are bad. Both defenses are underperforming too. I kind of want to coin flip this, to be honest. I feel like it's a coin flip game. Neither team is sitting there like, I'm ready to win right now, to me.
You realize that this is a rematch of the NFC Championship game.
And both of them are terrible. Well, not terrible, but
Well,
not
nobody
good.
predicted that they both be negative.
Nobody.
Gentlemen.
I'm going to say Brady luckometer. What the fuck are we calling it? Brady's luck. Finally
Skillometer.
turns back on, and they win that game. I think the Buccaneers are probably slightly better right now. They kind of came back against the Ravens a little bit, and the Ravens are better in both of these teams, so I'm going to say that they got just a slight edge. 55-45 towards the Bucs here. All right, the Sunday night game.
Wait. Is
What?
Cooper Cup playing?
I
Or
believe
not.
he is currently day-to-day. That is a big issue, though. Cooper Cup
Okay,
status.
if Cooper Cup doesn't play, then they're not winning.
1 hour ago, Sean McVay updated status. Let's check that out real quick, guys. Let's see. Sean McVay. Unfortunately for the Rams, Cup went down. Okay, that was last week. QB starting a game. Expect to miss some practice time. There's optimism over. I think he's going to be okay. You guys know how tough he is. But unfortunately, there wasn't anything. So that's very okay.
Yeah, he's a gritty.
He is
high-
currently Rams coach McVay expects Cooper Cup to play Sunday, and but he will not practice today though, for the record. But he is. They do expect him to play, barring a setback.
That's a setback.
Well, barring him getting injured in practice is what they're saying.
What?
Because he's not practicing. Like if
But
he
he gets-
practices tomorrow and he gets injured, they're probably not going to play him. He didn't even want. Apparently, he didn't want to play him when he got injured. After, like, he brought him back in. He said, "I shouldn't have done that."
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. He got blown the fuck out.
It's true. All right. Yeah. If okay, you're right, Cole. If Cup doesn't play,
Tweet from
Bucks
fantasy
all day.
Cooper Cup owners.
True. True. All right. Now, what is probably weirdly game of the week this week, and just because they both have the same
It won't
record,
be.
the 5-2 Titans heading to Arrowhead to play the 5-2 Chiefs. Same record. The Titans are on a bit of a win streak, 4 games after starting a horrendous 1-2, where they should not have lost either of those games, but they did. Derrick Henry looks like he is fully back after beating the hell out of the Texans. The Titans have 0 passing game. They've thrown literally 1 touchdown to receivers this year. Not good stat. The Chiefs are the exact opposite. They seem to be unable to throw less than 1 touchdown to anyone this year. Both defenses, the Chiefs are struggling defensively. I don't think they're great, but I don't think they're bad. I just think they do give up a lot of points. That is true, but they also have the highest scoring offense in the league. The Titans have a better defense than they do in offense. Clearly, it shouldn't be a toss-up. I don't think it is. Cole, what do you think?
Because the Titans have beaten absolutely no one with any real amount of talent. And the one time they played a team with talent, they got absolutely throttled by the Bills. The Chiefs are going to win this game.
Almost
handily.
everyone got throttled by the Bills.
The Chiefs win this game by at least 10.
Cole's picking the Chiefs. Got it. Noah. Oh, by 10. All right, hold on. Cole.
You gotta
Chiefs
write that down.
by 10.
If they win by 7, it still counts.
I know. I just want to say. I want to see how accurate you get. All right, Noah.
I'm picking this week off of pure hatred of teams.
Damn.
And I've already said this before, but I said I have been picking the Titans every week, and they've been treating me favorably.
Oh my God.
Let's go Titans.
Damn. He's actually picking the
And
Titans.
The Texans.
Do they have a catchphrase?
No, because no one cares.
Tighten up. My
Tighten
bad.
up, that's right, yes.
Boys.
Look at their
Tighten
very-
up that ass.
Look at their very
First of all,
impressive wins. The Texans by a touchdown.
I just want to say,
Colts by 9.
Noah, I just for the
Yes, sir.
record, Tannehill is expected to practice Wednesday, so he is probably going to be back. So you might actually have a prayer if Malik
Even if he
Willis.
isn't back, yeah, I like Malik Willis a lot, actually.
Do you really? Because he looked terrible to me against the bad team.
I like him.
All right. Well, I'm completely with Cole. I think the Titans have a decent defense, but it's nowhere near able to stop the Chiefs. And when they realize, when the
they
Chiefs,
haven't beat a team with a positive record.
that's
They beat
true.
0
And
teams
once
with
the
positive
Chiefs
record.
realize all they have to do is
throw the ball.
is throw the
Just hand
ball
the ball
because
down the field.
because the
You'll be
Titans
fine.
will not be able to keep up with that pass
Score
offense.
20 and you win the game.
The Titans are not going to be able to get a touchdown thrown this game. Unless Tannehill plays and, I don't know, maybe Robert Woods breaks out something crazy. But they don't have any passing offense. They just don't. So that's kind of irrelevant.
They have the
And,
worst wins in the NFL, and it's not close.
well, they are 5-2. I mean,
They beat the Raiders, they beat the Colts, they beat the Commanders, they beat the Colts.
it's
again,
kind of
they
sad
beat
that
the
their
Texans.
best win
Those
is
are their
actually
big
against
wins.
Washington, to be
Those
honest.
are yeah, it's their best win against a team that's 500 by
Yeah.
4. Wow.
Uh,
Color me impressed.
All right. Yeah, Chiefs should win that game as long as they just pass the ball. The Titans don't really have much of a. Well, they have no offense essentially. They got Derrick Henry. I mean, he could do things, but I don't expect him to do enough.
Beating the Chiefs
Derrick Henry will have a good game, but it's not going to be enough to stop the Chiefs offense
in Arrowhead.
unless they somehow
No fucking
control the entire game and just. Like, they get the Chiefs off, like, the first drive goes poorly, and then the Titans just hold the ball running the entire game. That is the only prayer the Titans have. They just control the clock the whole game.
We already went over the commies game, right?
Yes, we did.
Titans will probably win the clock battle.
Why?
Oh,
What's
it's not a
wrong?
Good joke.
Oh, shit. All right, Monday Nighter, the 5-3 Ravens, who are my favorite team right now, heading down to New Orleans to play the 3-5 Saints. I really wish this game had been flexed for the Sunday night game, but it's fine. Is anyone picking the Saints here?
No, I'm not.
Anyone?
I'm not gonna pick the Saints here.
Saints are 3-5. That's probably like the shittiest 3-5 though, because or sorry, not the shittiest, the most surprising 3-5 because they look like a team that should be 0-7.
That's more surprising than the Bucks being 3-5.
Well, I guess the Bucks would be a bit
Packers
better.
being
Well,
3-5.
I mean, like they should be worse, is what I'm saying. The Saints are lucky to be 3-5.
Suppose.
Noah, you got the Saints here. You're the upset guy. This is all you.
Do you hate the Ravens for some convoluted reason?
I mean, I used to hate them. They made
Damn.
like a 12-year-old me cry when they beat us in the AFC Championship.
Oh,
That's a real shame.
true.
But that's when they had Terrell Suggs, and I hate him, but he's gone. So
Yeah, he's been gone for a minute. He is
Yeah.
pretty easy to hate.
go Ravens.
Go Ravens. Yeah, I'm gonna have to follow this. I don't think the Saints have any hope of stopping that offense. All right, that is our NFL Week 9 predictions. Let me make sure I type that in. Right. Oh, whoops. Week 9 NFL predictions. All right, now as we always do. Oh, let me make sure I write down the scores. So Ryan is at 4, Cole is at 2, Noah is at 3. Keep myself updated. What do you guys believe will be the best game this week?
Titans.
Titans, Chiefs. All right, Cole.
I really hope that's not the best game. In terms of closeness, probably
Yeah.
might be the Vikings Commanders.
Vikings come in. That might actually
Or maybe
be.
the Seahawks Cardinals, because that could be a shootout.
It could be, but I don't. Well,
Or
You're probably
the
right.
Rams Bucks could be a sad shootout.
I feel like the Rams Bucks is that game where everyone's like, God, this is some awful offense, but then they end up scoring just because both teams are so bad on defense, like underperforming massively. It's just like, ugh, this is ugly scoring. It's gonna be like the Panthers Falcons of last week, where they both scored a lot, but they were like, God, this is awful to
I think
watch.
Cardinals Seahawks would be the most fun game.
I personally think the Bills Jets might be the best game. Just depends on how well the Jets do in it, but that's
Because
potential.
The Jets are so good.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I think if Zach Wilson has a comeback game, this could be closer than we think it might be.
Zach Wilson
Damn right.
would have to be good to make the comeback. So
Fair
that
enough.
hasn't happened, so.
Noah, what you think?
Well, I already said my piece on this.
What'd you say? I forget. Oh, Chiefs Titans. That's right.
Yeah, Chiefs.
Okay. And then upside of the week, who you guys got? Doesn't matter what you picked, of course.
I still don't understand that.
What do you mean? So what I'm saying is, you can pick any upset that you want. Doesn't matter if you pick them to win or not.
Okay.
What you think will be the biggest
Um,
actual potential upset?
Let's see.
Titans again.
That would be actually. It's crazy that both two teams are 5-2, and that would still be a massive upset. But yeah, that's true.
I mean, 91% of people are picking the Vikings, so I'll say the Commanders could be the biggest upset.
91%.
Yep.
Wow,
Ouch.
that is tough. All right, Noah, what you think?
I said what I thunk.
Just a tight.
Oh, my apologies.
I
Sorry.
said what I thunk.
Thunk? What you thunk? I'm gonna say that if the it shouldn't be this way, but if the Panthers beat the Bengals, that's actually kind of a big upset,
It just could beat the Bengals.
and that could actually happen. I think that might happen. All right, thank you guys for watching our Week 9 predictions. We will see you guys next week. Have a good one.